Aloha my kākou, welcome to my channel. Today's look will be a Vampy purple eye and lip combo. I really like the way it turned out. I don't usually match my eyeshadows with my lips because if the colors match too perfectly, in my opinion, it looks a little funky. It's a great look if you want to be sexy and scary at the same time. So if you want to learn how to get this look, then keep watching. I'm going to skip the foundation in this one and go straight to concealer, but you can do your regular face makeup routine. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade medium. I always get the wrong shade for my skin, but I'm gonna make it work. I apply a triangular shape under my eye on the bridge of my nose, forehead, cupid's bow, and chin for highlighting. With a regular foundation brush, I pat and drag the concealer out and blend it in really well. Since it's a billion shades too light for me, the blending process is imperative, so I take my time in making sure I don't look grossly pale. After that, I use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder in 330 Coffee to even out my skin tone and get rid of unwanted shine. This product is prime if you have regular to oily skin like me. I'm using a regular powder brush to pat, then mix the powder onto my skin, which also acts as a setting powder for my concealer. For that sharp cat eye shape, I'm using tape that follows the natural upward curve of my lower lash line to the edge of my eyebrow. Make sure the shape matches on both eyes. I apply the Urban Decay primer potion on the lid so my eyeshadows won't crease together, which is important for monolid eyes. And by the way, I'll link all the products used in my info box, so check it out if you want. I'm using a sparkly lavender for my lid with an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. Above it, creating an arch that goes above my natural crease, I use a richer purple as my transition shade for the outer V of my eyes and carrying the color to the inner V. I pack the color onto the outer corner over the tape to ensure a sharp and clean line. Now with a darker, truer purple colored eyeshadow, I gently apply it to my outer V, but making sure I don't go above the crease. Then I'll pack a little bit near the upper eyelashes, but keep the area to a minimum. I wanted a little more shadow to my crease, so I used a matte black eyeshadow to add to where I applied the deeper purple, blending and packing it in the corner. With a blending brush, I blend the darker shades together first, then blend into my inner corner to smooth out the lines and make the shades ease into each other. Blending is your best friend, boo, so make sure you spend a good amount of time with it. If you want, you can add more black with a crease brush to make it look more dramatic. I applied eye drops to my eyeshadow brush before dipping it into the sparkly aluminum gray color that I dabbed onto my lid to accentuate the crease color and brighten the look. Applying liquids to eyeshadows will usually intensify their color. And again, I'm using the blending brush to smooth out the lines, and I put the transition color on top to give me more color. Then I go over the same few steps to clean up the work. I line up my eyeliner brush along the tape and use it to create my wing shape. What I usually do is start from the outer tip, then go in from the inner corner to connect the eyeliner. But you can use whatever method you're most comfortable with. Eyeliner is a delicate form of art, so keep practicing to get sharper, cleaner lines and play with shapes to find what best matches your eyes or whatever look you're pulling off. I try to be as light-handed as I can with my eyeliner because the brush tends to pull my skin and create all kinds of problems for me. Also, I recommend cleaning your eyeliner brush often when using gel liner to get rid of the clumps that mess up your lines. Once your eyeliner is on, start again from the wing and drag the brush down over the lines to create a thicker look, and you can go as thick as you want. After I peel the tape off, I use a neat trick of patting the tape onto areas where fallout from the eyeshadows landed. I think it's better than trying to brush it off, especially with sparkly and glittery eyeshadows. For some reason, there's glitter all over my face, so I try not to press on the tape too hard since I've already put on concealer. I'm going to clean up those areas I taped with the matte and Poreless. I used the middle highlighting shade in this bronzer to accentuate the brow bone and tap it under my eyebrows. Then I line my eyebrows a bit, starting from the middle and working the eyebrow gel to the tail. Whatever product I have left on the brush, I work into the start of my brows and do the same for the other side. I also line the top of my brows to get a more solid shape and put the most product on the tail, filling in the empty spaces, then blending with an eyebrow brush. I set the brows with a powder and keep the product in place, then I'm going to brush it with an eyebrow gel from e.l.f. to keep the product and the hairs in place with a slanted upward motion. I chose a brighter lavender shade to apply to my lower lash line with that same eyeshadow brush, and I apply it from my inner corner to my outer corner as well. Using a mechanical eyeliner, I apply a thin layer as close to my waterline as I can to tighten up the look. And then I'm also going to tightline my upper lash line. I set my eyeliner with black eyeshadow because it tends to crease and mesh with other eyeshadows. This is optional for you. I do my regular curling, then apply 1 to 2 coats of mascara. You can add falsies if you want, but I like to let my eyeliner shine if it has bold shapes like this with no distractions from my falsies. And I thought to try it out using the comb to separate my eyelashes when it gets too clumpy. Here I'm blending the eyeliner with the eyeshadow color so that there is no harsh lines and I get a smoky effect. I use an off-white shade to apply to the inner corners of my eyes to add dimension and make them seem bigger. My lower lashes are really pathetic, so I don't know why I even try, but I apply mascara to the lower lashes. Or at least I'm trying. And this is the finished eye look. The different purples really make it pop, and with the white and silver it looks almost iridescent. Onto the lips, I'm using a lip liner from ColourPop in the shade Leather to outline the shape of my lips. I really like ColourPop, I just wish their lip liners had more of the product and had easier packaging. So here I'm just carefully creating the shape of my lips using the natural lip line. If I overline my lips, it's only by like less than a centimeter and hardly noticeable. I don't have super full lips, but I make do. After I have the basic outline, I go over it again and drag some of the product towards my inner lips. Using the accompanying Lippie sticks in matte leather, I start filling in my lips, starting where my Cupid's bow is, and I make sure not to fill in too close to the parting of my lips to create almost an ombre shading. Whatever product goes in the middle from pressing my lips is the only product I put there, but this is optional. I sharpen the lines and make sure my natural lips are fully covered with the Lippie sticks. It really bothers me when people don't do this, but I make sure the corners of my lips are also covered. It makes your lips look fuller, and it's just something people should be doing when applying color to their lips, to be honest. Finishing up my face, I apply a light bronzer to my cheeks for more depth. I have no idea what my lips are doing. Whoops. Blending, as I've mentioned a billion times, is important, especially with your bronzer. Per usual, I apply to my forehead and jawline where natural shadows are casted by the light. I also do a little contouring on my nose, make it look a little slimmer. The blush I'm using is the pale brownish one to add more depth to my facial features. I lightly apply it to my cheekbones, then blend it into my bronzer. There goes my lips again. It also lightens up my cheeks from the bronzer I applied. The glitter never ends. They stick to my face like I just gave birth to them and it's time to feed. Anyway, I highlight my cheeks using the other side of my foundation brush and use it on my nose and above my brows. Honestly, use as much as you want. Highlighting is the best. After all that, I set my makeup with the e.l.f. setting spray, and the look is finished. There you go. Mahalo nui loa as always for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you have any requests or looks that you want me to try out, or if you want me to review anything. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you in a later one. Shoots! Smells weird.
Your wife in the backseat, I'm not brand new foreign car. Don't act like you forgot. I called a shot. Like blah, blah, blah. Pay me what you want it. Wow. What more could you want from me?
Oh, fuck.